What's the end goal? What happens when you reach the age and you can't work no more, or your health has deteriorated so much that you physically can't do it anymore? I've run into so many people now at the ripe old age of 30 that I am right now. And these 50-year-olds, 50 plus year olds are just now starting to think about starting a business. You spent the last 30 plus years of your life working, and you're just now thinking about working for yourself. What's the end goal? So at 50, you start to think, man, I'm really starting to get tired. Let me use all of my youthful energy to start a business. It's a bit late. Not to say that it won't happen for you. Of course. I mean, anything is possible. The impossible is possible. You just haven't found a way to do it yet. But what's the end goal? Most people don't think past their next paycheck. So 52 weeks in a year, and you haven't thought once about what you're going to be doing next year? How about when you reach retirement age? 65. Because a lot of these professions start to push you out because you just don't have that youthful vigor anymore. So instead of trying to do something when you're young and you have the energy, you have the time, you have the desire, that youthfulness, instead you'd rather chase what? Ass, a good time, entertainment, instead of chasing a future. See, my goal is to make shit tons of money when I'm asleep. That everything is just working so well that if I do anything, it's just extra. That everything else just is automated. That's my goal. To teach you folks how to be better in life. To teach you things that I wish someone would have taught me. But to stop working for people, start working for yourself, because most people don't get it until the midlife. That job that you got isn't gonna do anything for you when you retire. Shit, give it 5 years, you might not even be working there no more. And if you do, you're lucky. But what's the retirement plan? Because let's be real, most companies are not giving pensions anymore because they don't know if they're gonna survive the next decade. And what happens to those people who did earn a pension, but then the company doesn't exist anymore, so now they can't get the pension? There's so many factors that can happen that the only guaranteed thing is what you can do with your own two hands. So what happens if you lose your hands? You see, I forgot where I read it, but I read somewhere that when you're young, especially as men, we use our physicality to earn money. But as we get older and our body starts to break down, that's when we try to cultivate our minds. But by then, it's a bit too late, because the older you get, the harder it is to learn. So you have to start cultivating your mind as soon as possible, because the older you get, the money is going to come from your mind. The things that you can create, not just physically, but mentally. Because those people who've done the same thing for 40 plus years, 30 plus years, and they've never learned to do anything else, especially when it comes to something physical, after a while, they're going to regret that, because when their body just can't anymore, and there's going to be a time where your body just can't anymore. So you're going to have to change the way you work out. You're going to have to change what you're eating, because your body can't deal with them wings no more. You can't deal with them ribs no more. You can't deal with that hot sauce no more. You're going to have to change what you eat. Shit, the older you get, well, not a lot of people, but most people, you even change how you dress. You change how you carry yourself. So what happens when you reach your 60s and you're being forced out of a job? You're being forced out of this career because you have to make way for the new youngins coming in. They got the new stuff. They got the new learning. They got the new technology, and you just can't keep up. What happens then? Can you explain that to me? How are you going to compete? Or have you not thought about this? That job you're going in for, a job you're going hard for, you think that they're going to hesitate replacing you if you end up in the hospital? Let's say you get that Rona. You think after a couple of weeks they're not going to start interviewing for your replacement? I mean, business is business. And the business has to continue. The show must go on, right? Most people don't get it until it's too late and you're too old. Think of the future now. Your company doesn't care about you. They just care about what you bring to the company. What value do you bring to the company? Let me ask you this. What value do you bring to you? What value do you bring to yourself? What can you work on right now that will bring you money when you're 65? And there's so many things that you can do, even part-time, and make money. If you have a phone and an internet connection, there is nothing you cannot learn. Shit, Harvard has free classes. I think all the major universities have free classes that's teaching you about something. Business management, restaurant management, IT, certification. You can learn these things for free. You could be 60 and repairing computers. It's not difficult if you're a very technical type of person. Shit, I'm IT certified, A+ certified, and I don't work in IT because I'm not starting at minimum wage for nothing. I am worth more than that. Even though I don't have much experience, I don't care. I don't have a value. I'm great at customer service, therefore I should be paid more. But I digress. You need to figure out what happens next. Because you're 40, you're 50 now. For the next few years, they're going to be looking to get rid of you. I know a bunch of 50 plus and 60-year-olds who are struggling to find work. They have to do Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and, not to say those things don't pay well, but they'd rather be doing something more sustainable. And let's be real, those gig things, they're just side jobs. They're there to help supplement your real job. You see what I'm saying? And yes, there's people that do this shit all day, every day, and they're raking good money. Cool. But there's a cap. How is there a cap? You need to sleep. And that bike you on, that car you in, needs maintenance. Just like you need maintenance. You gotta recharge that battery. Just like you gotta get the diagnostic on that vehicle. Your body, physically, is gonna break down from riding that bike every single day. Them thighs must be on fire, my guy. So what happens when you can't do it no more? When you can't rely on your brawn, you gotta rely on your brains. Can't swing that hammer no more. Can't shovel that dirt no more. You can't pick heavy shit and put it back down no more. Yeah, you could do it right now. Yeah. But body changes when it hits 40. Body changes when it hits 50. Your body definitely changes when you hit 60. That's when you do the when it's time to get up. Or the when you're sitting down. Shit, I'm 30 and I'm feeling the certain things. My back is starting to hate me. And I'm just 30. 30. So what you gonna do when you're 65 and you have to retire? Work at 7-Eleven. you're gonna be that janitor at McDonald's that's sweeping. Why is it always an old person? And they've always worked there for years. Crazy. But that gonna be you. Because you never took the time to cultivate your mind. Yeah, you don't gotta take advice from a youngin'. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right?